right, we got a match of the weekend. As we know, it's happening right now. Alright, hello and welcome to the Matchday Vlogs YouTube channel. As always, please remember to smash that like button and hit subscribe because it really does make a difference to the channel. We're here this evening. Look at that, fist bumping. Woo! We're here this evening to talk about hopefully our upcoming game against Newcastle United, 2 o'clock on Sunday afternoon. There's been lots of chat about whether this game was going to be postponed, or it was going to be called off due to COVID, or perhaps best player injuries. We'll get into that very, very shortly. And we're also going to have a look back at the result against Tottenham Hotspurs. I just mispronounce them on purpose now, don't I? It's just what I do. We're going to have a look back at some of the contentious yet accurate decisions. We're going to be having a look at some images also just to reaffirm that they were the right decisions. So, yeah. Let's get straight into it, shall we? As always, let us know where you are watching the show from. It's always fun to find out. Let's see if anyone's in the comment section already. No, but one question already. All right, lads, it's a game actually going ahead. As we know it, it is right now. And a hello from Saints FC Vlogs. Go check out this guy's vlogs. Good stuff. Right, it ended 1-1. And what felt a bit like a victory in the end, wouldn't you say?
Have you seen the way we reacted at the end of that video?
We were a little bit excited, weren't we?
It was a little bit. Yeah, we even hugged after that game. We were like, ah!
It was emotional. It was emotional.
An emotional moment. I was just so proud.
Yeah, it was. Well, as I mentioned in the actual the episode itself, I was just so proud of it. Proud of the lads on that performance. I mean, that was one of the best performances we've seen at St Mary's, with a lineup that, let's face it, we were pretty nervous reading that team sheet, thinking Shane Long, we love him, but you kind of would prefer to see other strikers up front. And Jan Valery at the back, showing us that he's actually probably better off as a centre half, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, everything about that sort of lineup really filled me with real joy for the first 20 minutes before Selassie went off. I thought the three at the back looked really good. I thought Valery finally kind of looked strong and he knew what he was doing, and great. And Bednarak had a really, really good game. Really good game. Considering that not only did he have to work with Valery, this and still was his second game at centre back, maybe third.
Second.
It is the second. It was the second. He absolutely covered him, and Bednarak was just unreal. And how tired did Peru look at the end of the game? He had ran himself ragged. He put in 110%. The remaining back four was so good.
They were epic, and I think there was a moment where Peru collapsed to the ground, and I can't remember. I think it was Redmond that went over him to sort of almost do that thing where they relieve cramp. He clearly didn't have cramp. He was just completely gassed.
Yeah,
he was just like, I can't run no more. And an extra shout out goes out to Adam Armstrong as well, who kind of sort of played almost like an extra fullback.
Yeah, Adam Armstrong didn't get a single look in at goal on Sunday, but he played a different role, and that was that. Yeah, you're right. That left wing, left back, doubling down with Peru, and he was relentless. His pace was there.
Yep.
Obviously, his fitness is looking really, really good because he didn't seem tired towards the end of the game. I think Ralph was just looking to shore up a little bit of Redmond and maybe Redmond and Brozier to do something, which something almost happened. But yeah, Armstrong put in a real effort. I would love to see him. After that, you just really want to see him score and get off the ground and start doing something.
Yeah.
It was just insane.
Yeah.
Walker Peters. If we were still playing with mitre balls in this league, he'd be dead. He'd be dead. If we were still playing with mitre balls.
I just see me immediately get up and wave on the medical staff. I was that worried about him. That ball hit so hard in the head.
The Newcastle game would have been a testimonial. It would have been sad. It would have been an extremely sad affair. It would have been haunting. It would have been terrible.
Oh, all right, Jack. Keep it live. Flipping out.
Thank God, mitre balls just aren't in the league anymore.
It's very, very true. Very, very true. But there's plenty of names going in here. In terms of like awesome performances from so many players. Shout out to pretty much everyone. Forster as well had a fantastic game. So kind of leaves us on to the fact that there were a few contentious decisions, and I think ultimately, as much as it pains me to say it, and how I disputed the referee on quite a few occasions, on the whole, I think he actually got decisions right.
Yeah,
The
but
only
what?
thing I can think, in regards to the first Salasu yellow, the yellow that he actually got first of all was a very soft yellow. But what happened was he was getting punished for a group of challenges, which is always confusing for a supporter to watch because you're thinking like, he got away with that, so why the heck is he getting a yellow for that? And we've just seen this from a Spurs player, and it just like does that to your head really. But I
That's the
don't
thing.
think we
It's
can argue with
no,
the second yellow, really, can
no.
we?
Let's not get it wrong. Like, there's no reason to argue with the second yellow. It was a yellow when it happened. Yeah, fair play. There's nothing. I wasn't arguing the penalty. I'd argue that on the build up on that there was a couple of fouls on the
Hmm.
build in the build.
Hmm.
That's the thing. When you look back at the highlights, you're right. The ref got everything right in those decisions. Yeah,
Yeah.
sure. But what you don't see on the highlights are the 100 other decisions that went against us that were just ridiculous. The amount of fouls they were given for nothing, throw-ins, offsides. It was insane the amount of stuff that was going down. And here's the thing: usually we might come out at the end of that game and go, "Oh yeah, maybe we were wrong. Maybe me and you are a bit overzealous." When you've got an entire stadium, when you've got the chapel end screaming, you are doing your job poorly.
When you've got both sets of fans irate at the referee, something's not going right, is it?
No,
But the other thing on the Selassie sending off is if you watch the highlights and if you watch carefully, Son is so good at this. He's got no intention of shooting, no
no.
intention whatsoever,
You
and
said
he
it when we were
knows
there.
all he's got to do is just give a little tap further. He was never going to take a shot, and if you call his bluff, he's just running that ball out of play.
Yeah,
And that's the real kicker of this is the fact that Salasu could have done nothing and should have done nothing because there's
well,
no way he was getting the ball.
that's the
But
first thing that Ralph said after the game. It was, at that point, leave it
yeah,
to Forster.
leave it to Forster and the fact that if he does wind up to take a shot, you're going to see it.
Yeah,
And the fact that if you don't see him wind up, don't stick your leg in because you know he's going to do that thing. I mean, how many penalties have we, conceded to Human Son? So many, so many.
yeah.
So we can't really argue at that. But there were a couple of others which the TikTok channel is blowing up with lots of salty Spurs fans saying that they were robbed. And I like to go into those particular decisions now. So we're going to go backwards, if that's all right with everyone. And let us know in the chat section if you agree or disagree with these particular ones. The first one of which was the Forster drop. I don't think it was a drop. I think it was a foul on Forster. Now I'm going to bring in a couple of images. Okay, so this is the first one. As you can see there, Doherty has his back to Forster. Forster has pretty much he's about to catch the ball there, but either way, he's got possession, or he's using his hand, and he's been in the process of being fouled by Doherty, right? We agreed?
Yep,
You with me?
yep.
So those are the imagery. Now, granted, it is soft, but them are the rules
You can't
that have
impede the
been laid in
goalkeeper.
place. You can't impede the goalkeeper. Correct. Now, I'm going to bring up another image right now, which I think a lot of us were also watching the same game and thinking, yeah, they are the rules, but that does feel a bit soft. And that is the decision for Leicester when it was Aston Villa versus Leicester. And can everyone see that? I've got the banner in the way. Effectively, where Kasper Schmeichel has his hand on a ball and it is basically then kicked out of his hands and results in the goal. And that was ruled out as an infringement on the goalkeeper. So I think when you put these two in contention, for me, if you're going to give one, you can't give the other, can you?
Here's the thing: you can't impede the goalkeeper. That's the thing.
Yeah.
I've seen. That's the thing that you can't impede the guy if he is in the air and catching the ball. If you jump backwards, that's a foul. Whether
Yeah.
he's on the ball or not, you're stopping that. If he's on the line off the ball and you do that, it's a foul.
Yeah.
You can't do it to him. The amount of and it's unfair. It sounds unfair here, but if this happens in the opening, 5 minutes when you're 0-0, you're complaining about it less
Yeah, absolutely.
because That's
And
what it is.
also the fact that if Doherty makes contact with that ball before Fraser touches it, fair enough.
Yeah. If he
Fair
gets up
enough.
and he's headed that and he's done that,
Yeah.
fine.
If he's headed it and they've come together, nothing we can do about that. That's fine. That's fine. Fair game. So we're all agreed on that. I'm just going to check the chat section because I've been just letting it roll through. So
I'm pretty sure there's Southampton supporters in that comment section. So yes, they do agree.
yeah. Well, David's saying here, Mike, if the other way around, you would be receiving. I would think it's soft. I would think it's very true. I think we'd all be thinking it was very soft. But if you look at the situation in other games where things have gone like this, then and had it been given, we'd all be pointing at that Leicester game, thinking like, well, wait a minute, Kasper Schmeichel had one hand on the ball, and it went in the goal. So
No, when it comes to these sort of things, you're right. You'd be upset because the ball went in the net, and any times you're upset when an offside that's well offside.
yeah.
I'm always going to be a bit salty about it, but no, you would just learn to move on from that.
Yeah, and it's a fact. As Adrian said, here, player simply jumped into Forster. He's got his back to Forster, and he's just jumping backwards. It's just like.
Here's the thing: you do that with the boxes. How many times have you seen corners not go to anyone because it's all the whistle's already gone because the keeper's been impeded?
Yeah.
Like the ball's on the way in, and it's like, no, you've jumped into the goalkeeper. You can't do that.
It was freakish because it basically landed, and then Fraser stepped on it, and it back heels into the goal. And it's amazing bit of skill there.
Cheeky finish.
So there we go. Mention here from Sector. Do you know Wolf is? Yeah, he's going to miss the game on Sunday if it goes ahead. So yeah, he's gone a 5th yellow card.
Yep.
Ooh, we'll get into the lineups later on in the show. So are we all agreed on that? Let me see.
Of course we are.
Yeah.
It's decided.
It is decided we should move on. Lovely. Good. Excellent. Right, the second one, like I said, we are going backwards in this one, is the offside. Okay?
He's offside.
He's offside. I just don't understand this one. If you can't argue with goal line technology, it's like I heard people say, why has he had to go to VAR on this? It's not clear and obvious error. What? It's offside. It's not about clear and obvious errors here. It's offside. It's not like, I'm just going to check the VAR. It's offside. So
yeah, we check for offside for every goal.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because it's not clear and obvious. That's the one that's not clear and obvious.
Exactly. So
and do you know what the funny thing is? When I see that compared to, I'm assuming you're going to have a picture of Phil Foden coming up in a second.
Oh, you know me so well.
Yeah, I've had a feeling. I can see the difference between those pictures straight away, and it might just be frosty Southampton eyes. But I can, because Harry Kane has got this offside.
Yeah.
Let me put it back here. He's got this offside.
Yeah.
Whereas Phil Foden has got this offside, and if this hits, it goes in. That's a goal. But if this hits it and goes in, it's not a goal because it's handball.
There you go. I mean, the amount of pundits that I've seen debate the position of lines on a pitch this week blows my mind. And, just in case anyone else needs explaining, right, so the top image, the attacker's line, is ahead of the defender's line. All right, you with me? And the bottom image, the defender's line, is ahead of the attacker's line. Everyone good? One more time? Just for Spurs fans out there?
Maybe we need to get like the salt and pepper shakers out and explain offsides. Because I get it, it's difficult.
It's painful. I understand fully. I mean, there's another graphic here that we know full well about how tight offside decisions can be stupidly painful. Just have a look at this one. I mean, I do apologise showing an image of Danny Ings there. But how tight is that? That's literally a sleeve that's offside that we had a goal ruled out for because a sleeve is offside. So, we know too well about the pain of that, really. So, there we go.
Yep.
Offside.
Beautiful.
Offside. So one more time, for those Spurs fans out there, the attacker's line on the top image, you with me? The attacker's line is ahead of the defender's line, okay? So it's offside, all right? And the bottom image, the attacker's line is behind the defender's line. You with? Good?
If those in the YouTube comment section wonder why this is while he's doing this, this will be chopped up and put into a TikTok later, so people
It
can
will.
rage at it. So people
It
can
will.
rage at it. So people can be very angry at this.
Yeah.
We get them sweet moolah, baby.
I'm doing this. I'm doing this. I'm
Turning
doing
them
this.
screws.
I'm doing this. With title Spurs were robbed. Oh goodness me. There we go. Anyone out there runs a media channel, just don't read the comment section. It just gets really
Mike's been
deep.
having a fun time the past
Yeah.
couple of days. I can tell. I could tell by our conversations.
They're
And,
literally debating the position of lines. Anyway, should we move on? I think we're all in agreement there. Can't see anyone saying it is tight. I get it. But it was offside. But it was funny to see them throw a flare on the pitch and for it to be ruled off.
There was something beautifully, just majestic about the steward putting the flare in the fire bucket just as the offside ruling came up. It was offside. It's like, yeah.
It's just immediate deflation. So there we go.
But here's the thing: we know the other way to sum it up is that was so offside, so close, so tight that you almost jumped.
Yeah.
That was, I think, that may have been the closest. Even on that one, I was like, wow.
Yeah, I'm literally.
Thank God, mini
match
match day vlogs was there to definitely catch you and stop you.
Yeah, I think they're gonna get a handle sewn into the back of my jeans.
Do you know what the problem is, right? Like when you eventually do jump over, and you will, is what will happen is there'll be a hand from mini match day vlogs grabbing you, and there'll be me, the guy that should definitely be catching you, going.
Yeah.
Ah!
Grabbing mini match day vlogs, holding it like some cartoon train going on.
It's just a line of match day vlogs.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh my goodness. But yeah, there we go. That pretty much sums up the Southampton 1, Tottenham 1. Should we move on?
Let's do that.
Let's look at Newcastle. Newcastle away.
That's going to be difficult.
Newcastle at home. Sorry.
It's going to be difficult to talk about Newcastle's team, seeing as they have no players.
Yeah. So
but as long as you've got 13, it's okay.
But they're going to push this, aren't they? Let's be honest. So as it stands at the moment, as we know at the moment, the game is going ahead. The pressers are going to go ahead tomorrow with both Eddie Howe and Ralph Hasenhüttl. They are going to be giving their thoughts to the press. There is another submission, I believe, for this game to be postponed, which is going to be placed by Newcastle tomorrow morning, based on further COVID tests coming back. So I am... How confident am I this game's going to go ahead? For 50-50?
Yeah, only 50-50?
Yeah, 50-50. I think it's difficult because, as someone rightly pointed out, I think it was Tom Leach on Twitter actually said that if we were working by COVID rules earlier this year, we wouldn't have fielded a team at Man United that lost 9-0.
Exactly.
So if we were going to go by their rules, then we should have called that game off and it wouldn't have happened again.
Well, you're right. And I think that's why for me it's a bigger factor for this weekend, is that if there's someone that's going to be like, that's going to push hard and be like, no, it'll be Ralph. Yeah. Ralph, if Ralph is not having it, he's like, no. You made us do this. You've got to do it. And yeah, it's fair. Go get your academy players. Like, because of that rule, Janowicz's career is pretty much over.
Yeah. Well, yeah. And we had Caleb Watts on that side. We had Tapachit on the bench. I mean, these are players that struggled to beat Salisbury City 2-1. Okay, and you're asking them to go out at Old Trafford and beat a fully fit, fully strengthened United side. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. But I still think that, and I might be wrong on this, it might be complete slander, but I still think Brentford could have fielded enough of their players to play us. I just don't believe that they were in as woeful position as we were earlier this year. And it's just if they want fixtures to be played, and I think the Premier League is going to be quite harsh on this, and they're going to look at some of these submissions and say, no, you've got to field these players. Like you have enough players to do it, and just because you haven't bought who you wanted to buy, and just because you have a ton of injuries, I mean, there are going to be squads in the Premier League that have a very thin squad. I mean, look at us earlier this year. We had an unbelievably thin squad. We had one left back.
And can we also keep in mind, you've only got 2 more days before you can get some more people in.
Yeah, which of course everyone is then looking at and thinking, oh, I see what they're doing. They're gonna postpone it after January the 31st when you've got all your new players in and you're all fully fit and stuff like that. And I get that because Newcastle effectively they've played 19 fixtures and they've got 11 points. It's like you're halfway through your season.
Yeah, they really need this United Burnley result to work for them. Like, because we were discussing this earlier, and the fact that Burnley are the closest team to Newcastle, and they have got 3 games in hand, and they're on level points right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's not great. It's not great reading for Newcastle.
Yeah, this is funny. LA Chris. Well left.
Hey, my man. Sorry, I couldn't be in your quiz earlier. He's absolutely scared me off doing quizzes on YouTube. I look like an idiot last time, so I'm never doing it again unless you give me all the questions beforehand, and the questions are specifically about me and my life.
Yeah, well, we'll throw Investigator free of charge. It's not going well, has it? It's not going well for those two.
I told you.
So
I sold him for the, didn't I?
Just be thankful you didn't pay any money for Bertrand. That's all I'm saying. So it's kind of like a buy one get one free with Vestergaard, wasn't it? So
sure.
But we did warn you, and you played us with those players. In
yeah,
the squad,
you did beat them 9-0. So
yeah, you know what they do.
Kind of your fault, really.
Yeah, it's the weirdest transfer we've ever experienced. I think
they'll be signing Yankovic next season. If we put this youngster, we go. Wait, what? No.
Oh dear. Oh. But there we go. So yeah, but if it does go ahead, should we look at the team sheets?
Absolutely.
Who we think we can field?
I think I'm going to assume you know who I think because I definitely sent it to you earlier.
You did. I just put out Kieran, a member of the channel here. Veskill and Bertrand are the Chuckle Brothers. Yeah. Yep. And now we're the ones laughing. So no, we wish them best, and I certainly wish Bertie best because he's good fun. But I just baffles me that.
Hey, I wish Leicester the best. I like Leicester as a squad, as a team.
Yeah.
But it can't help but find it funny. If this is what we get out of that 9-0, that's all I'm taking it.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is the closest thing we get to Rwenge. That's fine.
The irony isn't beyond us. Absolutely, and Leicester can't be too unhappy after yesterday's result. They played very well.
They were great. Yeah, really, really good yesterday.
So let's have a look.
Why are we talking about Leicester? Yeah.
It's Chris. He's hijacked the channel.
I just love Chris. We all love Chris. Everyone see Chris.
Yeah, everyone go subscribe to Leicester today. It's a great channel. Right, you did send me your team sheets. Do you know what? I'm just going to let you read it off to me. I'm guessing that.
I don't. Knowing that what we know, who we've got available, and what's going on, I don't see another lineup really.
Okay. As always, let us know in the chat section who your preferred 11 will be for Sunday. Obviously, we're going to have Selassie, who's out suspended. Kyle Walker-Peters will be out suspended. And we're hoping to have players back from COVID and also back from minor injuries, which we'll find out the full details of tomorrow during the presser. But as it stands, this is the side that we think Ralph will field. Should the game be played on Sunday, of course. So I'm guessing you're going Forster in goal, yeah?
Yep, get that big boy in goal. All the fours, 44.
Left back, we're going Peru?
Peru, yeah, left back.
Yeah. What a performance by him.
Yeah, he really earned that. And it's going to be a bit tight this weekend anyway, so I really do think he'll start.
Fun fact, we haven't lost a game with Peru in it when he started and played the full 90 minutes.
Look at that. See? Look at that. Beautiful. Yeah. Beautiful stuff. And then, so, on the other side, I think Tino's going to be fit. It sounded like it was a small injury he picked up at the beginning of the week. And I think it was a bit of a let's rest him, make sure we can just get through. So I do think Nino will be back.
Yeah.
Then in the middle, so Stevens and Lianco are both, if they get a negative test today, was it, they can play?
I believe so, yeah.
I think that was the case. So I don't know whether they are or not.
Okay.
If they were both fit, I would probably say maybe a 3 again, maybe a 3, or maybe
You reckon?
yeah, maybe. But
Against the Newcastle side that's not going to have St. Maximin or
yeah, I mean
Callum
you're right
Wilson.
there, but I still kind of think just fire it through. We think that about every time we play Newcastle, mate. Every time we think, oh, we could do this, not too bad. It's gonna be Newcastle, will be attacking, and then look what happens.
Well, last time we played them at home was actually the fixture where we went top of the league. And we played a system because I don't think Danny Ings was fit. It was just coming off that Aston Villa
Was
win.
that not 5 at the back?
That's exactly my point. It was 5 at the back, and I don't know why. And it was just kind of, and I think it was basically because Danny Ings wasn't fit, and we didn't have another striker that could actually play alongside him. So that's why it ended up that way. So yeah, but I'm not sure he's going to go 5 at the back.
But no, I don't think he will either, and that's why I think after Spurs as well,
Yeah,
I'm going to go for Bednarak and Valerie
yeah, 100%
because
agree.
because they're both fit. They've both had an absolute staunching performance, and
Yeah.
it'd be good to just get that in there. I'm happy to do it against, like you say, a Newcastle team that is going to be depleted.
Yeah,
I think it'll work, especially because with Romeu and Ward-Prowse in the middle, because I think Romeu will be able to drop back into that proper number 6, almost that centre back role into that 5 if really needs to be to control it between the two.
yeah.
But after the weekend's performance, I think they did fantastic. So.
James Ward-Prowse.
And this man's been on a bit of a form recently, hasn't he? The past couple of games may have been some of his best.
Scored in the last 3.
Yep.
Amazing.
It's that thing, isn't it? I said it when he scored that penalty. It's like as soon as Ward-Prowse starts scoring and he starts feeling it again, as soon as that free kick goes in, you're like, here we go. It kick on now. And yeah, he absolutely has. He was fantastic the last game. He was a leader. He was the leader. You know, there was a few games at the beginning of the season there where we were all sort of questioning a little bit: is he being commanding enough in the midfield, and is he really sort of like laying down the law? But he's doing it. He's really, really, really doing it.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's great to see, and I think that confidence is also showing. And you could also see on whenever that game was played. I'm lost with the days of the week at the moment. I don't even know what day it is. But the previous fixture, he looked more like a commanding captain. He was more vocal on the pitch.
Yeah.
He was giving out instructions. He was sort of gearing up the lads just to sort of stick their heels in. And it really showed. Really, really did. So fantastic to have James back. Welcome back, James.
And on top of that, Diallo was really good in the last game as well. So it's really good to know that we've got this decent centre midfield option. You going to apologise to him yet?
Diallo, I'm sorry. I've apologised before.
And you need to get his name on the back of your shirt because he put the ball in the net twice.
He got a brace, didn't he? He got
a brace. It happened. But yeah, so I think that's one. What did I say for the wingers, Mike? I can't remember.
Do you want me to bring it up?
I've got it somewhere.
You went with Moy and Teller.
I did go with Moy and Teller. Pop Moy and Teller in there.
Moy, who was linked this week with Italian club who I've never heard of, Sassu. Originally, I thought he was linked with Salasu. I thought something going on here. Hello. But no, he's been linked away. Ralph has made comment on this, and I think it was in regards to there's a possibility, and it's just the fact that we have a ton of attacking wingers in our lineup, and it's on a high wage. So,
have I been stupid here and not put Redmond in?
No, you put Redmond up front.
Did I? Oh, I'm super smart.
Yeah,
good. Go me.
I'm presuming.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did.
And you put Teller in this side.
Yep.
And I think the only reason Teller didn't start was because of
the COVID. Yeah. So he got his negative result, but he hadn't trained with the team, so he was on there.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, guys, you can't say you wouldn't be excited to see that team go out there.
No. And after the performance on the previous fixture, which I forget the day of, those two were fantastic, really good. In fact, these three were fantastic.
And I'm right. I'm of the opinion of if they've done that kind of performance and they can play the next game, play them. Because let's be honest, like if you're putting Lianco or Stevens in there, it is the better option. Definitely. Like, I don't get me wrong, I would love either Lianco and Bednarek or Lianco and Stevens in the back pairing. That's for me great.
Mm-hmm.
But there's, like we say, we're not sure if they're going to play because they don't have they got the results back yet, and would they have trained in time? Would they've gotten there in time? That's my only thing.
Yeah.
Saying that, if Tino is out, then there's a good chance you're putting Valerie to the wing and you are starting Lianco or Bednarek.
Yeah. And if that is the case, weirdly, I'm thinking maybe we'll go to 5 at the back.
Yeah. If that's the case, if Tino's not out, this team looks a bit different.
Yeah.
You probably take either Moy or Teller off. Probably Moy.
Mm-hmm.
And that's pretty much that would be almost minus Tino. That would probably be almost the Crystal Palace team, really, isn't it?
Yeah. That started a little bit shaky, as we know, but it was okay. So let's have a look in the chat section and see what the team lineups are looking like this. Kieran's reckoning it'd be Valerie and Peru at fullback.
Thierry Small on the bench then, eh?
Valerie will be at right back with Tino injured. There's lots of comments in regard. I guess we'll find out 100% tomorrow, but there is, he has got a cut on his knee, so serious.
He's had that for a while, hasn't he?
But I think it's this might sound disgusting. Close your ears if you don't want to hear this. But there's fluid going into
fluid
his
knee. Yeah.
Ooh.
Grim.
Put the rating up on this show already. SSC Vlogs is going for Forster, Valerie, Lianco, Bednarek, Peru, Prowse, Redmond, Moy, Brozier, Adam Armstrong.
Yeah.
It's funny when I see Adam Armstrong and Brozier starting together, I always think that they're two very
But is this... They are,
in a sense, they're selfish. They should be selfish.
They should be selfish.
Yeah.
You're right. You need that Shea who's a bit less, who's a bit more open to play the ball to them and try and help create with them. They are that sort of thing. But there's also a part of me that kind of thinks of a kind of like a little enlarged strike force. So Adams is a lot smaller, wicked pace. Brozier bigger, but also has that wicked pace. I think maybe the two of them together could kind of find a really fun partnership. I can see, beating Crouch.
Yeah,
that's what we're after. That's the sort of thing we're after. So, Small Bones out for a calf injury for a few weeks. It sounds like.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. There we go.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
So but it's just there's just something in me that I see Brozier and Armstrong. I'm like, no, I don't think that's the way to go. Stewie Armstrong is another good shout as well. Maybe we start Redmond and Stu.
Well,
I think it's just because Stu's not been in the game for a while. I just keep not thinking about him. But but we win when he plays. We win when he plays.
Or draw.
Yeah, we just don't lose. Just don't lose when he plays.
Just don't lose. I mean, I can see Stuart Armstrong starting in place of Elianusi.
Yeah.
I'm pointing on the screen as if you can see my cursor. You can't on that one. There we go.
I've got to say that there's a comment there from Crookster43, and he has just said something that's I've not thought about putting him there in years. Putting Ward-Prowse at right back, eh? And Diallo and Romeo in the middle. You're saying, cool. That's a statement, isn't it? Do you want
He's
that?
done it before.
He has done it before, but
Zaha in his pocket. He's got Zaha in his.
But like we say, against
an
injury-hindered Newcastle side, like if you're questioning me putting 5 at the back, like putting Ward-Prowse, but just he's too important now. Ward-Prowse is now at this point too important.
Yeah.
To this squad to put at the right back. He is there for dire situations only. But we've got Valerie, we've got Thierry Small. There are options there.
Yeah. Come here from Steve. Hope this isn't Brozier's last game for us. He's on loan till the summer, isn't he? Please
is there a buyback clause in January? Is that one of those things? I doubt it.
Let's hope so.
I doubt it. Lukaku scored at the weekend. Chelsea don't care anymore. That's what happens. Like Chelsea won't score for a couple of games, and you think, "Oh God, they're gonna start looking at Brozier," and then Lukaku will score, but they completely forget.
Although there appears to be a bit of a with Tuchel and Lukaku, where Lukaku basically saying that He doesn't fit into Tuchel's line, but he's being professional about it. Being so professional in the sense that he's actually writing this all on social media for millions of people to read, which I'm sure he's not gonna. Tuchel's not gonna be too happy about.
Yeah.
But there we go. These are the woes of being at a top club, I suppose.
Sounds awful. Your £100 million striker not playing for you. Our Chelsea
dear.
Academy loanee's doing us just fine, pal. Just fine.
Yeah. I guess Broja could be recalled, but as far as we're concerned, same as Adrian's mentioned, Broja for the whole season. I'm hoping he'll get a second season as well.
I'm
hoping
so.
that they might go. Yeah, do you know what? We're right. But
Yeah, and do you know what?
4 goals so far.
Broja loves it here. You get he really does. Like he's got this. They brought this Chelsea Academy over with him, so loads of his mates are here. You can did you see the Christmas video he did with Teller? That was a real nice video. I think there's just a youthful. It's a youthful squad, and I think if you're a young player who wants minutes, it's an exciting place to be. I mean, you look at that. You look at that squad. Like it's Teller Academy, Valerie Academy, Tino's super young, Wall Paris Academy.
Yeah.
Broja, it's just a fun young squad to look at. It's
and also the Chelsea Academy boys that have come over are all kind of sort of Tino Livramento, you've got Dinel Simeu, and you've got Armando Broja.
Yeah. Sierra Small came from Everton, didn't
he? Yeah.
Yeah.
But they were blue shirts, so it's kind of similar.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Same thing. Same.
Cool. Right, so that is we're locking that one in. That's what we think. Ralph will be starting on Sunday at 2 p.m. All things being well. There we go.
Yeah.
Right. Should we move on to our more audacious part of the show? Some argue the favourite part of the show. Time for the score predictions. Right. Your turn to go first?
Nah, it's got to be your turn. I'm pretty sure I said something audacious last time, didn't I?
You did. We did, actually.
We didn't. That's it. That's right. No, we did. Yeah, because I said 3-0, and then you were like, but we didn't do one for the last game, did we? Because we
did it at the game.
We did it at the game.
Do you have any idea how long that video took me? Because the video failed on when we were doing the introduction. The amount of clips I had to put together. I was like, it just doesn't look interesting. I'll just do this. Ages. I had a feeling. What I kind of was hoping was that we would try and stand here and overdub it with the green screens. So, yeah, took me a while, but we got there. But yeah, we did our score predictions actually at the game, didn't we? So I think you gave a 1-0 and I gave a 2-1, which I guess we were both spot on in a way. Pretty close. In
a much more correct way, we were wrong.
Yeah, I suppose. If you actually look at the
if you're handing out prizes,
what the final score actually says, it's like neither. Yeah, okay.
When you read our badges, they will say participation.
Well done. Everyone gets a trophy. There we go.
Yay! What year is that from?
1991.
Good year.
Yeah.
Fine vintage.
Before the Premier League was introduced. Oh dear.
Yeah, mate. Okay. And only 3 more years before I came along.
That's right. I won a football trophy as a fetus. We'll go with that.
That's what we're going for.
Definitely. Right. My turn to give a score prediction for Southampton at home at Newcastle, the game that is definitely going to be played on Sunday at 2 p.m.
100.
If it goes ahead and effectively Newcastle have to field a side from whoever without the strike force.
Say it.
2-0.
I thought you were going to get more drastic than that.
No. I 2-0. I've got to go 2-0.
Still Southampton, is it? Just still.
It is. And I think when we played them at home last time, it actually ended 2-0. And I think watching that game, it could have been more. But it's just a sense of we just got to put our chances away, and we don't seem to be scoring more. I think 2 goals at home. 2-0. I'm locking it in. Over to you, Jack. And by the way, let us know in the chat section what your score predictions are, and we will be going through those right after Jack has given his.
Well, here's the thing, right? I'm torn between what my heart says, and the knowledge that my Newcastle supporting friend Paddy might watch this and be like, "Did you really say that?" and I have to have that conversation later.
Say it. Say it.
All right, then I'll just say I'm just gonna say 5-0 Southampton. I know what I've done.
It's the last show of the year.
I don't understand what your point is, but yeah, absolutely.
Are you really 5?
Yeah.
I mean, it's possible.
What I'm saying, Mike, is look what happened to us when we had to field that sort of team.
It's true. It's true.
And I think they're in a worse situation than us. And I think it's Eddie Howe. And I think, why not?
It's true.
It's about blooming time something happened. Why not?
Have they got any defensive players out?
Do they have defensive players? Yeah, they do. Isaac Hayden, their centre defensive midfielder, he's out.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Look at those.
Yeah, it's an opinion. It's just a thing. It's a thing I've said.
Look,
you know how I feel.
Sensible my score prediction looks compared to yours. I mean, I love it. I love everything about it. It's fantastic. And I can see your reasoning, you know, if Newcastle have to field a weakened side and are forced into doing so, then, you know, but 5-0,
here's the thing.
fine,
at this point in time, I feel everyone needs to realise that I'm, in my head, when I give these score predictions, I'm thinking best case scenario. When we played Tottenham, best case scenario was a 1-0 that we came out of. The best case scenario here is we just go out and tear them apart.
Yeah.
Because one thing that in this league, the thing that wins you the games is being an organised, well-drilled squad. And the past few performances from us, we've looked well-drilled. We look really good. And
It's true.
Who knows what Newcastle... If this game goes ahead, that's what it's more about. It's more about if this game goes ahead, Newcastle are in trouble.
Yeah.
Because they're going to have to... And it either be 5-0 or 0-0. That's what will happen. 5-0 or 0-0.
Yeah.
You know, listen, I could have said that other number, but I didn't.
It didn't.
I could have been really facetious about this, but
Someone
I
makes
didn't.
a silly challenge and suddenly they're down to 9 players.
The only thing of it is just I just see Newcastle season and I'm getting worried for them.
Yeah, it's do or die now, isn't it?
Something like this will be the telltale sign of what if they are to plummet. So
yeah, absolutely. And I think a lot of sides are also looking at this and thinking, just don't let Newcastle win. You know, they're not going to get anywhere unless they start winning games, and they have to go for it. They have to go for it. So they're going to be throwing everything forward, and it's just a case of 1 point to them is useless now. And we're getting to that stage of the season where they're just like, we have to score goals and we have to make sure we win games, because if they draw the remaining fixtures that they have, even if they draw every single one, that's not going to be enough to stay up.
No.
So they've got to go for it.
Yeah.
So there we go. I'm going to love it. Look at that.
But here's the thing: the other side of it is they will buy in January.
They will.
I'm not saying this is an everything thing. This isn't every time we play Newcastle, I think we're going to win. No, this is this particular game this Sunday.
Yeah. Probably the
everything
last time
around
we're going to be able to do it.
This you'll probably never ever see me predict this score again, unless next time we play Portsmouth maybe.
Yeah.
But this is the one.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think also it's going to take a while for them to gel, whoever they buy. I mean, you look how long it took Man City just to start getting, you know, when they bought Robinho and then they sort of made a little bit better. It's going to take time.
Yeah.
So there we go. Right, let's have a look through some of these other score predictions. Saints. That's a pretty broad username. Love it.
Saints.
It's going for a 2-0 win or a 3-1. Love that. Love that. Oh, look at that. Ralph has hinted Simeon and Small start against Swansea. That'd be good to see it.
That'd be good.
That game's currently being played behind closed doors at the moment, so we'll see how that goes. Harry McDonald is going for a 3-2. Oh, wow. Okay. SFC Saints Vlogs is going for a 4-0.
That's not far off 5.
It's not. Finn Barr's going for a 3-0. This is a game where we will win 3-0. Love that. Nice stuff. Lots of 3-0s in there. Senkik Tully 1 going for 3-0. Harry McDonald's going for 10-0. Love it.
Thank you. Thank you for making me look sane.
Alex Ross going for 3-1 Saints. Come on, you Reds. 3-1, 2-1. I've already done that one. David Baker 2-0. He's going with me there. Look at that. Finley's going for 2-0. Adrian's not far off you. 4-0 Saints.
Get in.
Harry's brought down his number to 2 there. Commonly Reds going for a 2-0 comfortable win. Jamie 397, 2-0. Brozier and Teller with a big Willie hitting the crossbar. Oh, right. Willie Caballero, I'm guessing.
Yeah, the fact you put a Big Willie instead of just saying Big Willie, you changed that sentence.
I did. Don't clip that up. 7-3, Saudi 0. Love it.
This speaks volumes. This speaks volumes, guys. The fact that no one, we never get this many Saints wins in the comment section.
I know. The next question will be, will this game go ahead? It'll be like, yes, no. Dexter Venom's going for a 2-0 Saints with Brozier and Bednarek.
Scott Johnson has just put a comment on there that is absolutely nailed. Nailed it. Thank you, Scott. Thank you for coming in. Put that one.
Early goals, and we go and dispel the dreaded scoreline we hate and score 10-0 to shut up all the commentators up. Yeah, they do love to chat about that. Tom's going for a 1-0, a very conservative 1-0. Look at that. Saints going for 2-0. Brozier for goal scorers, Mike. Who am I going with goal scorers? Brozier and Redmond.
I like that.
I really want to see Redmond get a goal. He's got all these assists. He needs a goal. He deserves a goal. Quick's going for an Adam Armstrong hat-trick. Look at that. Member of the channel, Ethan Ling. 3-0 Saints win. Appreciations for the 5-0s. This is obviously where we came out of it. 5-0. Never in a million years. Love it. 5-0 is on the cards.
Everyone's on the cards. Here's the thing. You have to remember, every week 5-0 is on the cards.
Yeah. Love it.
Shearer listens to me now.
Joelinton Muscas playing in a central defensive midfield role. You look pretty good.
Will he be playing on the weekend?
Is he not?
No, he's injured.
Oh, is he?
Yep. So St. Maximin.
I thought it was Callum Wilson, wasn't it?
I'm pretty sure Joe Linton's out as well.
Wow. Okay. Well, maybe you're right then. Maybe it's going to be 5-0.
Here we are. if he's not, feel free to correct me. But I'm pretty sure Joe Linton's out as well.
Great Christmas. Thanks, James. Let us know your score prediction. Hope you had a good one too. Am I at the bottom of these? Need to put them to the sort. That sounds so dramatic. And you put the emoji in there as well. Love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
We can't make. We can't do swords. They can't even take lids to the seats.
Yeah, you can have a bottle of Coke, but I'm gonna take the lid off you because you look naughty.
But have this 150-degree Bovril.
Yeah. Yeah. Do not spill this anywhere. It will melt a seat. That's what they say. Lord O'Ben is going for a 2-1 Brozier and Redmond. Look at that. James is going for a 3-1 with an Adam Armstrong hat-trick, I'm guessing. That would be quite something. Oh,
I could see that too.
Love it.
It's
probably my favourite score prediction we've had on the show.
We're playing it.
Look at that. Fantastic. I feel like I've been doing score predictions for ages now. Beautiful Saints is going for a 9-0. Love it. Scott Johnson 8-0. Sunderland rivals.
Wow, that's what I mean. That 8-0 against when that year Sunderland went down. You try and tell me that Newcastle's form this season doesn't look a lot like that Sunderland form. They have better players. Fair play. The squad's better, But
Yeah.
the squad that they put out on the weekend,
They deserved to win against Man United on Monday, or
yeah,
whenever it was they played.
they did.
Um,
But we won't have that side. Here's the thing: coming out of that, if they had won that game 1-0 and all the players were fit coming out of it, I would have been worried for the weekend.
yes, yeah, would have been sort of
This is just a really weird game because, like you say, there's every chance that it'll be postponed.
Mm.
But if it doesn't, like everyone's saying, that's going to be huge in our favour.
Yeah.
They'll be extremely defensive. They put a lot behind the ball.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Livramento with 6 goals. Definitely going to be fit then if he's scoring 6 goals. And Cousins DJ, it's Saints fan from New York. Awesome.
Hey.
Let us know which part of New York. New York's pretty big.
Should we try and guess which part? Go on, guess.
Long Island,
Long Island.
Queens.
I reckon he's hard. Yeah, I reckon he's Bronx. I reckon he's hard. Where's House Kitchen? Where's that? Where does Daredevil live?
House. Well, the kitchen district. That's in Manhattan, isn't it?
I don't know. You used to work there, kind of.
Kind of, in a way. I think Niagara Falls is in New York. That's how big New York is.
That's Buffalo, isn't it? That's Buffalo?
Well, part of it is, I think.
I don't know. Like, Cousin DJ, come give us a geography lesson.
Yeah. Let us know. Let us know. There we go. Fantastic. So there it is. There is our score predictions for.
Do I have to give my goal
Saturday's
scorers
game.
for all 5?
Go on then. Go on then.
I'm
listening.
It's gonna be a Ward-Prowse brace. It's gonna be a Brozier, an Armstrong, either one.
Who's your goal scorer? Armstrong. Either one.
Either one. And then to tie off my 5th, Lianco off the bench.
Do you know, he nearly scored a header goal winner away at Chelsea in the Cup, and it just would have been absolutely poetic.
Yeah, I would have.
And
Yeah,
deserved
I'm
in
going
that
to fling
performance.
myself at that man when that happens.
Unreal. Absolutely unreal. Fantastic. Well, what score predictions they are. Love them. Love them. Thank you so much to everyone in the chat section for giving your score predictions. As this is the final episode of 2021, I feel it's only right that we should talk about our favourite moment of 2021.
That's difficult.
It's been a weird year for a lot of people, for everyone, really, let's face it. But before you do, I've got a little montage just while you're thinking about your favourite moment of the season. I'm just going to play it for you now. Here we go. And welcome to our live matchday watch along. There it is.
Beautiful stuff. Beautiful
Look
stuff.
at that. Small tear as we close the year. Oh. Fantastic. Woo! Fantastic. It's quite something, really, when you think about, the crazy scenarios that we've all had to go through in 2021 and the fact that going from a time at the beginning where we're watching football here and we're watching empty stadiums to finally being allowed back into a stadium on limited capacity and watching your team lose 2-0 to Leeds, not so great. But then to finally come back at the start of this season to full capacity stadiums, even that moment in itself, in a way, is kind of one of my favourite moments of this year. But as I said, let us know in the chat section what your favourite moment of 2021 has been in relation to being a Saints fan, of course, if we can. If you've got something else, fine, share it. I don't really mind. But Jack, do you have a particular moment?
Do you know what? The first thing that comes to mind, right, is the friendly the first friendly when we went back with match day vlog, and we were in the the nice VIP bar, and I remember me and you were having our first drink, and I was like, yeah, beer at the football with the boys, so happy to be back. And I turned around and I looked at the TV, and they sold Danny Ings. And that sums up 2021. Bye, everyone.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually. We were so relaxed that night, weren't we?
It wasn't so happy to be back at the football. We got ticket upgraded. We were at the posh bar. We thought wicked.
We were.
Oh, watch the players. See the new. It was the first time was that the yellow kit was announced that day as well. So they're playing in the new yellow kit.
Yeah.
Oh, it was wicked.
Day.
It's such a good day. And then you said, "What did that screen just say?" And I went, "I don't know what." And then it all changed.
Do you know, there's two extra things that happened there. It's literally because I got my dad along to that game, and he took a photo of us. We're both like this with pints in around, going, "We're back at the football. Football's back. We're back at the stadium. We're having a beer. It's fantastic." And then to have that moment, like you say, and I just remember having the GoPro in my hand at that time. I'm just going to just turn it on. Something's happening. I need to film it. It's what we do on this channel anyway. And I remember hitting record on that and just looking at the screen thinking, I think the TV's saying that Ings has been sold to Villa, but it must be a typo. There just must be something wrong with that. So I purely thought I was catching it for a funny moment, and at no stage was I thinking, wait a minute, it's real. This is actually real. This is actually happening. But
there was something beautifully hilarious about being in this room, being in that room, and having the entire room.
No one knew, did they?
No one knew.
No one was moving.
And we were all in the bar at St. Mary's, everyone back for the first time. And then this whole room, it suddenly just one by one was like, what?
Yeah.
What? And then we went to our seats and we were like, I can't believe that. And then somebody came out and like, have you seen the TV?
I know.
And then suddenly it just clicked from like, boom. And then we found out later on the players didn't know. Oh my God. It was just, oh my God. It was so funny. So it was, yeah. And looking back at it, I'm like, that's it. That sums up.
It does
2021.
Yeah, exactly. The joy, and then
you have to find joy in those few little moments because around the corner is a big old smash.
Yeah. But that moment, I remember looking at TVs and we're just looking at each other and going, surely everyone's seeing this. Like, are we the only ones? Is this candid camera? Is someone going to come out and go, "Oh, I'm joking"?
There's a bit of it. That's what I mean. Like the fact that it was like the first game where we were allowed back in this season.
It's like, who planned this?
Seriously, it was literally like right, get them all in the stadium so we can keep them contained once they're angry. Right, guys, calm down. We gave you all upgraded seats tonight, didn't we? All posh seats.
We upgraded you, and you just sold Danny Ings. And they go, yellow kit, yellow kit.
Ooh,
we got you a yellow kit.
It's Franny Benali wearing it. Ooh.
Yeah. Look, it's Sammy Saint. Look,
we've suspended his Twitter.
Yeah, I was so happy in my new black strip as well. So, So is that the one the favourite moment for you?
That's what I'm going with, because you know what, it was great, and it was like it was coming out of like that end of lockdown. It was just it was a beautiful evening. But my God, it just tickled me. Does it tickle me to think of that? Like, because like you're right, there's that picture of me and you at the bar where like we look so happy.
We were happy.
Matchday vlogs. That was the first matchday vlogs that we had done together in a year.
Yeah, more than a year.
More than a year that we'd been in a room together in the same spot watching Southampton.
Yeah, and I never thought that particular vlog would have been then clipped up by so many YouTube channels across the internet, sort of taking that clip and going, look at these guys that just found out their best player's been sold to Aston Villa. You know, it's just like, oh gosh. But anyway, how's that working out, Danny? Hope you well. My one is going to be... actually, I'm going to take a break and have a look at some of these other ones that people have been putting here.
Oh, look at you! You're like a host.
I'm queuing on here. The 1-0 over with Liverpool was good, and that was a very early part of 2021.
That's almost 2000. That's almost 2020. That's when it was going well. You're right. Yeah.
The tears of Ralph, and and what achievement that was, and what a performance that was. To be fair. Davis Baker's Jack's electro voice machine was my highlight.
Yeah, I do apologise. It is currently put away. Maybe it'll come back out soon.
Fantastic. Adrian, actually, your live feed from Boxing Day was hilarious. Mike, and more so as I watched most on replay and seeing Jack getting angry with the coverage I was watching earlier. The coverage frustratingly turned to other games. It was so funny. Yeah, that was an absolute nightmare. That doing that one. I had a power cut in that.
Yeah, that was my first solo timeout on here. That wasn't stressful at all to just come back and saying goodbye to your mum on Boxing Day to be like, oh, it's just me and you lot, is it?
Yeah.
And how many people are watching? Oh, good. So it's a big stream then, is it? Cool.
Keep going. I've had a power cut. Yeah, bad.
I mean, I don't want to say the fact that it was just me by myself on it has anything to do with the 2.5 thousand views, but I'm just saying. It's a coincidence, isn't it?
Oh, dear. Registry White's getting 15 million for Vestigar. Oh, I love our fans. They're brilliant. Not playing for Villa when he's not injured, but still 103. Yeah, it's true. Probably won't care. It's true. It's true. Harry McDonald's. I say the signing of Lianco because I genuinely love the guy. Or the comeback against Burnley. Even maybe Jack's hat falling off the wall. I think that was 2020, wasn't it?
It's 2020. I think it might be even older than that. Hold on, it is. I mean, it is the last. It is the last of 2021. Hold on.
Might be. But yeah, that comeback against Burnley, where we're 2-0 down, and then to come on to win 3-2. Whoo, that was quite something. Saints FC blogs for me receiving the Lianco shirt at Watford. Look at that. Nice hat, Jack. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. To get the Lianco shirt, I think you're pretty much making everyone jealous with that.
Yeah, you don't know how jealous I am about that one.
Yeah. Jack's squeaky chair, lots of stuff. Mike banging on the door to keep the noise down.
That's not Mike. That's Mrs. Matchday Vlogs. Trying to keep the noise down in here.
This mic really does pick up everything.
It does. Oh, it does. Have I not mentioned that? It definitely does.
Oh dear. There we go. And Stuart's in 2022, seeing you launch over the wall. Yeah, I'm finally going to go.
Yeah.
This club seriously needs to do the Lianco personal interview now. Yeah, we want to see that. Yeah.
I don't care how much English he talks either. Give me subtitles. Just let him talk.
Exactly. Let the man have him say.
And it should be at Peppa Pig World, I add. They should do that at Peppa Pig World.
Do you reckon that could be a deal breaker for us doing a show with Lianco? So we'll do it at Peppa Pig World.
We'll do it at Peppa Pig World. We'll pay for the fan to go on Peppa Pig World for the day.
Peppa Pig. Fantastic.
And we'll do the interview on the Stinger.
Yeah. So my favourite moment of 2021, it's nowhere near as funny as yours, Jack. And I do think that actually is probably, it sums up as in regards to a moment. But my favourite moment has to be the 1-0 win against Leeds, because it was the first win we experienced back at St Mary's with a full capacity crowd. And it was just a club that I felt that we had something to prove against. Yeah, they had injuries, but it's just the fact that it was Leeds and they did us twice last season, and I just felt like, come on, let's have it. And it should have been more than 1-0 in the first half, but just to get that win and see that goal go in. And was that Armando Brocha's first goal as well?
I think so, yeah.
Debut goal. So all those kind of aspects, and just, finally getting a win back at St Mary's, which we hadn't seen since February. Us personally, a full capacity win since the 2-0 win over Aston Villa back in February 2020. So that's a long time. Yeah. Long time. So there we go.
It's been an adventure, hasn't it?
It has indeed. You must be getting pretty warm in that hat now.
Actually, you know what? It's all right.
It's all right, isn't it?
It's fine. It's aerodynamic, this hat. It's a lot thinner than it looks. That's why it flew that bloody wall so fast.
Will it be fancy dress on Sunday? Probably not. Do you do a fancy dress on New Year's Day?
It's always fancy dressed the way my dress is. Hey!
Do you know, I bought a new jacket today because I'm figuring I'm dressing like the bloke off TikTok from Matchday Vlogs.
Oh yeah,
it's that stage, isn't it? So I've got a new coat on. Woohoo!
That did happen a lot during the Crystal Palace game, wasn't it?
Yeah,
that's when Mike realised new jacket.
Yeah. Not that I don't like getting shout outs for TikTok. Woo! And YouTube. Always good. Dexter Fernand's moment of 2021 was a 1-0 win over Villa. Yeah, likewise. It was another one of those clubs that was just like, just for the who scored the goal and who it was against and who we lost our best player to. Yeah, it was kind of poetic in that sense. So, yeah, I'm kind of with you on that one as well. And Absolutely. It was a Friday night game, wasn't it? Friday night game?
Yes,
and
yes,
it
was.
Don't often do well on Friday nights. Don't we know it? Jack's lowest moment, Bamford's goal with reduced capacity. Yeah. McCarthy watching the ball roll in. Yeah, what's your lowest moment of 2021?
Oh, sit back. Does that have to be Southampton related? Because... what was the last moment at St Mary? Don't know what. I'll be honest. When it comes to Southampton, there's a lot that you can be angry at. But on the great scheme of things, if it wasn't for Southampton and the matchday vlogs over lockdown in 2021, I think I would have gone bloody mental. So,
same.
Having the outlet of Southampton to be angry at, rather than what's going on in this infinite pit of sorrow that I live in during lockdown.
Yeah.
They saved. I think they saved us. I think they saved a lot of people. So there's no, as far as Southampton goes, no, I'm not. There's not a downside. I'm not going to say it. There's nothing there.
Oh, so
but that Ward-Prowse drop back for the free kick was really stupid.
It was stupid. It was stupid.
But for the sake of the new year,
yeah,
nothing.
Yeah.
There were no lows.
Yeah, I think for me probably Old Trafford away. I won't say any more than that.
Yeah, that's not. Yeah,
but no, you're absolutely right in regards to what the football's given us in 2021, and the fact that it's been able to keep going, and the fact that we've had an international tournament in 2021, and the fact that this channel was featured on Top Gear is pretty mental in itself, really, isn't it? So,
1,000 subscribers, mate.
Hitting 1,000 subscribers, hitting 2,000 subscribers. We are incredibly thankful to all the supporters of this channel. So thank you so much for joining us along the way. It's fantastic. And something I hope for 2022 is more Southampton channels rising up out there. I just think there's stuff to do there. I warn you, it takes a lot of time, but it is ultimately worth it, and it's fantastic. We do enjoy it, don't we, Jack?
What we're trying to say is that you could be better than us. We're setting this bar pretty low.
Yeah. I
Mike
guess
literally
so.
said it's off-brand to mention XG. We can't even talk stats.
Maybe the new year we'll bring it XG. I'll put it into the brand guidelines. All right, I'll make a note.
Please don't.
Brand guidelines XG. New brand book being written up. NDV XG.
Yeah.
There we go. I'm genuinely writing this down. Genuinely.
Mike's got his own version of the iBook. It's not as good.
Yeah.
He's going to give it to the youth squad later.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much for joining us on this show. Obviously, we hope to be bringing you some content on the Sunday in regards to Newcastle away. It is going ahead as far as we know, but we shall see as it progresses, really. But thank you once again for all your support in 2021. It has been absolutely fantastic. As Jack rightly mentions, it stopped us from going absolutely crazy. So thank you so much for helping us discuss these results, whether they're good, whether they're bad. It all helps, because let's face it, match of the day ain't giving us any time of day. So that's why we're here, to go through this and get through these results together and what it is to be a Southampton fan. So anything else you want to add, Jack?
Just looking forward to Sunday, mate. Bring it on 2022. Woohoo! No way it could be worse, right? No way it could be worse.
No, absolutely not. Well, I think I'll leave you with the montage, but as always, remember to like, comment, share, subscribe, and we will see you in the new year. All right, see ya.
Bye.
And welcome to our live matchday watch along.